In this specific video, you're going to learn how to index your website content fast using social bookmarking. Now, if you don't know what social bookmarking is all about, let me explain. Imagine a math teacher finds some really helpful math websites that are great for helping her students. So she bookmarks them on her computer. Let's say, for example, that you're a math teacher too. So you want to know about these sites that she might have spent hours finding. But in this case, you go onto a social bookmarking site and find that there are hundreds and thousands of similar math teachers that are teaching similar kids who have bookmarked a lot of cool sites and software tools and other tools that you can use. So instead of spending hours and hours of time looking for these websites, you've simply logged on to a social bookmarking site and found all of these amazing websites. That's basically what social bookmarking is all about. But you've taken this from somebody who just bookmarks it on their own computer to an actual social network. So this can be very, very beneficial in helping people find beneficial sites that will help them for their industry. And this is why it's super powerful. And Google and other search engines love these sites simply because bookmarking sites help reveal good sites. Now, over the years, people have figured this out and not all the sites are great. But regardless, this strategy of marketing can really help you drive traffic to your website. Let me explain to you how it can help increase your rank and your traffic. So if Google loves these sites and Google sees these sites as important, these sites are super high authority sites, which means that Google loves them. They give them a lot of points and weight. So basically, getting a link from these sites would be in your best interest. But submitting to social bookmarking sites is a long, tedious process. It can take hours and hours and hours and lead up to a day. But I want to show you a quick and easy and a fast way to start utilizing social bookmarking to generate traffic and rank your site in Google. So this is basically how you're going to implement this strategy. This is your website here. It can be your website, it can be a video on YouTube, whatever. It doesn't have to be specifically your site. But in this case, we recommend that you use a WordPress site and that you set it up here. Then you have social networking sites, and then the social networking sites like Dig, Delicious, Stumble Upon, and so forth, they are pointing to your site. And from that point, you have other backlink types and other marketing backlink types that are linking to the specific social network sites. That way, when Google sees that, they think, oh, a lot of these social bookmarking and networking sites are getting a lot of links and they're ultimately linking to your site. So let me show you how you can do this by leveraging other people's time. In other words, how you can outsource it with the least amount of money but get the most power in your ranking. Now, when you submit your sites to social bookmarking sites like delicious.com or dig.com, these are some of the highest and most popular social bookmarking sites out there. So you can easily submit links, like go to Dig and click on submit a link and basically log in and submit a story. But like I showed you earlier in the diagram, that we've got the social bookmarking sites that are pointing to your site, and then you have other backlinks pointing to those social bookmarking sites. So obviously the first step is to submit your site to social bookmarking sites. Now, there are hundreds and hundreds of social bookmarking sites, so the more the merrier. However, it is a very, very time consuming process. So instead of telling you to submit them one by one, there is a site called onlywire.com. And I've been using OnlyWire for a long, long time. But as you can see here, you can sign up an account with OnlyWire. What you do is you create accounts with all those sites like Dig, StumbleUpon, Revit, and other sites. And then what you do is every time you want to submit content, you submit the content and it submits to all of the sites that you have created accounts with. Now, it is a paid service, so it does cost some money, but it is well worth it. So as you can see, the Pro version is $12.99 and the unlimited version is $99. Now, if you don't have money like this to spend, I'll show you another route to do it. If you go to Fiverr.com and you can find people who have accounts with OnlyWire or have accounts with a site called TribePro.com. So TribePro actually uses OnlyWire, but you have to be careful with TribePro because when content is submitted to TribePro, you can get thousands and thousands of links that are pointing back to your site. However, if you think about Google and they see a massive amount of backlinks just suddenly comes to your site and stops, then Google thinks, okay, this is not natural. So you need to be consistent. So to be consistent, what you can do is you can find people on Fiverr.com who will submit to social bookmarking sites. And you can do it on a consistent basis. So let's say if you do TribePro, you can find people on Fiverr.com that will submit to TribePro. And you can get thousands and thousands of backlinks. But if you do that route, then make sure that you're doing it on a consistent basis. It's not like you get 2,000-3,000 backlinks within a month and stop. Google is going to figure out that that is definitely not natural. So you want to be consistent in all you do. And if I were you, I would avoid people that are submitting to thousands and thousands of social bookmarking sites simply because a lot of these people are using software. So if you can find somebody who can manually submit to social bookmarking sites on Fiverr.com, that would actually be better than having it sent to thousands and thousands of sites. So as you can see here, what we're looking for are people that will manually submit your links to social bookmark sites. And it doesn't matter if it's 20, 30 social bookmarking sites. I would much rather somebody manually submit to 20, 30 versus have a piece of software that submits to 2,000 and 3,000. And what I normally do is after I get somebody to submit, let's say to 10, 20, or 30 social bookmarking sites, I request that list of social bookmarking sites. And then I get other people here to basically build backlinks that point to those links that are on the social bookmarking site. So that way you're not having, let's say hundreds of links pointing directly to your site. You've got 10 or 20 pointing to your site and then 50 or more pointing to those links that eventually point to your site, because that's more natural to Google than trying to go all out and submit tons of links just to one site. So that's a strategy there. I use Fiverr.com simply because it's cheap, it's fast, and you can get pretty good quality work.